Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Anti-Genius Network. I'm your host, Alan Hearns, and it's time for another episode of Anti-Genius of the Week. Our first recipient is Clarissa Shields. Clarissa is one of the most decorated female boxers in the world, but she has a fragile ego. I know some folks would disagree with that sentiment, but take a look at the public back and forth she had with Layla Ali and Remy Ma, especially with Remy. What about Remy, you ask? Well, Clarissa is currently in a situationship with Papoose, who is still married to Remy. She also has been accused of copying Remy's fashion on social media, but that's not why she's getting the Golden Dunce Cap. No, no, no. The reason the GWOAT is getting it is because she called into a live stream pretending to be someone else. Hood Champion Boxing and Sports had a live stream, and one of the callers claimed to be a fan of Clarissa and was defending her. And I put the word fan in quotations because upon listening, you soon realize that's Clarissa. I know you're probably thinking things like, oh, Alan, you're reaching, or that's not even her, or some other excuse to sweep for Clarissa. However, I'm a firm believer that people will reveal themselves if you let them talk long enough. And that's exactly what happened. She went from saying she to me. It just goes to show that despite all your accomplishments and all your accolades, none of those things can mask a fragile ego. While we're on the subject of women crashing out, next up is Yaya Mayweather. Yaya is the daughter of Floyd Mayweather Jr., one of the greatest boxers of all time. She's also baby mama number 6 to NBA Youngboy. Earlier this month, photos and clips of NBA Youngboy and his wife Jaslyn from a maternity shoot began to circulate, and Yaya felt some way. So what did she do? She went on social media to claim that NBA Youngboy was a deadbeat and didn't help out for their son's birthday party, only to apologize later saying that her emotions got the best of her. And she's right, jealousy and envy would do that to you. Y'all probably wondering how someone like Yaya, who's born into money, be jealous of another woman who wasn't. Simple. Yaya wants to be NBA Youngboy's wife, not just another baby mama. Yaya, if you wanted to be his wife, he would have made you one by now. But you're just another baby mama in a long line of baby mamas. You may have been born with a silver spoon, but now you're being crowned with a golden dunce cap. The next recipient is WWE and AAA Lucha Libre Worldwide. WWE released a promo video for AAA Lucha Libre Worldwide set to debut on Fox. The video is a mix of live action and animated art of stars from the promotion. The video package also includes AAA Mega Champion Dominic Mysterio. But there's just one major glaring problem. If you look closely at the AAA Mega Championship belt on Dirty Dom, it contains AEW in the center plate. This is a prime example of why you shouldn't use AI for everything. The fact that no one took the time during the editing process to spot this before releasing it to the public just proves that AI exposes the laziness in people. Next up on the list is LeBron James and Nike. For Martin Luther King Day, LeBron and Nike revealed the LeBron 23 Honor the King shoes. And some people had issue with it and took it to social media, mainly black people. What's the issue, you say? The colorway chosen for said shoe. It's the same colorway used for the Lorraine Motel in Memphis, Tennessee. For those that know your history, it's the very hotel where Dr. Martin Luther King was assassinated in 1968. And they're asking for $210 when they become available on February 24th. Talk about a double whammy. Now, there are arguments on both sides about this shoe. One side finds it distasteful, tone deaf, disrespectful. You get the point. And then there's the other side where folks are saying, this whole thing is a nothing burger. I can see why many are saying that this is tone deaf on Nike and LeBron's end. And as of late, the Honor the King shoe is no longer available on the Nike web store. So obviously Nike knew. They knew it was like tone deaf or distasteful. Otherwise, it would still be there. And for those that were saying that this shoe is a nothing burger, Just remember the next time you have an issue with something you seen, don't be shocked when people act the same way you did. I'm just saying. Terry Pegula, come on down. You're the next recipient of Anti-Genius of the Week. During the Buffalo Bills postseason press conference, owner Terry Pegula and president and GM Brandon Beane discussed the state of the Bills. When Beane was asked about the Bills' shortcomings, Pegula chimed in by saying a bad call in reference to Jaquan McMillan ripping the ball away from Brandon Cooks. Okay, if it was a bad call, then why did you fire Sean McDermott? He says he did not fire a coach based on a bad officiating decision. Okay, that doesn't make sense. So was it his fault that it was a bad call, or I mean, the optics not looking good on you, pal. And then Bean goes on to list every Bill's shortcoming. The 13 seconds, the missed field goal, and now the INT and OT. And then there's Keon Coleman. Straight from Pegula's mouth, he said that the coaching staff pushed to draft Coleman, and it wasn't Bean's top choice. If I were Keon Coleman, I would request a trade ASAP. And I hope and pray that the Kansas City Chiefs sign me, of all teams. Because why would I play for a team that clearly doesn't want me? Pretty soon, the Buffalo Bills will be in the same position as the Buffalo Sabres. And last but not least, we got ourselves a little 5-piece right here, baby. We need CCFPS, Zaza Stat, Lucy Liasa, Kaplunk, and Bazum ZB front and center. Earlier this month, a Marvel Rivals Creator Cup tournament took place, hosted by Bazum ZB, and the winning team would be awarded $40,000. Kingsman 265 was placed on the team with CC, Zaza, Lucy, KC Dilla, and Bit Puffer. And from what I've seen, Kingsman was not in the wrong in any of this. During warm-ups, the teams were still figuring out strategies and roles. Kingsman suggested that Zaza switch from Black Widow to another character for the tourney. Now, he wasn't being toxic or overbearing, a jerk, or an a-hole about it, but they make it seem like he was. He was just acting like anyone else would if $40,000 was on the line, or any amount of money was on the line, especially if someone needed that money. CC, who was appointed the team captain, was like, look, I'm just here for the vibes, and got him kicked off the team. Bazum didn't even bother to hear Kingsman's side in all of this and went along with it, and proceeded to double down on his decision, only to change his tune a few days later. CC, Zaza, and Lucy, on the other hand, proceeded to paint Kingsman as this toxic male boogeyman, but the whole time, they were the villains all along. Zaza's boyfriend, Kaplunk, made a scathing Google Doc about Kingsman, only for him to apologize a few days later. Oh, and CC and Zaza also apologized as well, but their apologies are meaningless because those individuals are not really sorry for what they did. They're only sorry that they got caught. At least Lucy is sticking to the script and not backtracking like the others, showing the whole world that she's just a POS. Their attempts to bury Kingsman failed. Not only was he awarded a Twitch partnership deal, but he received the $3,000 he needed, plus a little extra via Twitch stream donations. There's a chance that he might be sponsored by Infinite Mice, who dropped CC's sponsorship after they got wind of what happened. Kingsman has received blessings on top of blessings. The only people who didn't get dragged throughout social media are KC and Bit Puffer, and they did the right thing by not getting involved in all the drama. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for this episode of Anti-Genius of the Week, and I will see you on the next one. This has been Alan Hearns, signing off.